In this video, we're going to be taking a look at prepositions, and I want you to have your writing journal, pencil, and practice companion book out. Now it's important to write these two functions down of prepositions. So prepositions basically have two functions. The first function of the preposition is to connect the noun, all types of nouns, to the rest of the sentence. And also the second function of the preposition is to specify the positions or the position of the nouns, person or object. Now, a lot of times you'll hear people say you can figure out what a preposition is by thinking about a box and what can be around the box. So you can be, for example, over, on, behind, beside, under, by, you can go through, into, all examples of some common prepositions. But it is important to remember that a preposition links nouns and pronouns to other words in the sentences. Let's take a look at some examples on the board here. So we have some examples of some prepositions that you can find in this sentence or in this passage here. Okay, so we can see right away the very first sentence here. It says Emma walked, and we have to the store. So you can see how to connects or links the noun of Emma to other words in the sentence. Emma walked to the store. So for the next sentence, she chose a book from the shelf and paid for it with a credit card. So we can see she chose a book. From would be a preposition. The shelf and paid for would be a preposition as well. With would also be a preposition. So you can see she chose a book, and then from connects it to the shelf, and paid for connects it to it, and then with connects it to a credit card. Next sentence. Later she sat on a bench. We can see here another preposition, in the park, and ate lunch. So you can see she sat on, connecting it to a bench, in, connecting it to the park, and ate lunch. The next one, Ryan came and sat beside her. So we can see how beside connects it to her. Once again, can connect the noun and pronouns to the other words in the sentences there, in the sentence. Next one, it says Emma showed him the book from the store. So we can see from and how it connects Emma and the pronoun and the book to the store there. And finally, that final sentence, she said he could borrow it at, is a preposition, the end of the week. Okay, so we can see she said he could borrow it, and then at connects it to the end of, connects to the week there. All right, let's take a look at page 133 in our practice companion book, and we'll continue to take a look at some prepositions. Now you can see at the very top it says a preposition is a part of speech that shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. Some commonly used prepositions are found in that box below, and you can take a look at that. All right, so for the directions here, it says choose the preposition in parentheses that best completes each sentence. Write the preposition on the line. Okay, so we have number one, Maggie met her friends. We can see, obviously, there at the library. So we can see some examples of some prepositions here. So Maggie met her friends, and we can see once again a preposition is a part of speech that shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in the sentence. Okay, so at the library. Number two, they studied into 2 hours last night, or for 2 hours last night, and we can see that would be for 2 hours last night for number two. Now, what I want you to do is complete numbers 3 through 13. This gives you a good idea how prepositions are used in sentences, and we'll continue to review this in the next video that you'll watch about prepositions. But like I said, this exercise will help you see just how prepositions are used. So complete numbers 3 through 13, and when you're finished, you can press play, and I will have the answers for you. So pause the video now. Okay, so let's take a look at numbers 3 through 13 here. So number 3, the biggest library is on the way to the city. Number 4, she handed her library card to the librarian. Number 5 is underneath. Number 6 is toward. Number 7 is in. Number 8 is until. Number 9 is opposite. Number 10 is until. Number 11 is around. Number 12 is beside. And number 13 is behind. So this concludes the video on prepositions, and once again, remember that a preposition is a part of speech that shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and also other words in a sentence. So if you have any questions about prepositions, please come and see me.